What's going on, guys? I'm Aaron from PhoneDog.com, and you know, sometimes I get just as tired of the set as you do. You know, typical logo in the background, typical setup, all the same all the time. I like to mix it up every now and again. It's a beautiful day here. I'm looking out the window right now. 70 degrees, but the lawnmower people are out there, lawn mowing people are out there, so we can't go outside. But I would love to go out there and do this unboxing. So I changed it up a little bit, and to that note, the Samsung Sidekick 4G is in the house. It's the latest convert to Android. It's a new one from Samsung, but it has that Sidekick brand and that Sidekick name, and it's 4G device, so you get those high speeds when you're browsing the web. $100 at T-Mobile, availability on the 20th, pre-order on the 15th, if I remember right. 1 gigahertz processor, 3 megapixel camera, all around fun device with a great physical QWERTY keyboard. Is this the one for you? Well, we're at least going to find out some of that in the unboxing, which starts right now. Maybe I should read something. If I could flash back to my high school days and have a cell phone at that time, I think the Sidekick would be the one that I would have. It's apparently a cool device. That's what I've been told all the cool kids use. And I'd be one happening mamma jamma if I had one of those. So, you know, I mean, that's what I've been told. So anyway, the Sidekick is back. It's an iconic device, and it really stays true to its heritage with this one. You know, it's got a fantastic keyboard, it's got a decently sized display, and it's running Android 2.2, so it's not running the Danger kind of operating system anymore. It is running Android 2.2, but it's a customized version of Android 2.2 that you're probably like, stop talking and open the box. Android 2.2 that's designed specifically for this. Hey, there's the number, text message me, 469-682-0526. That's pretty cool. Features, now powered by Android, blazing fast speeds on T-Mobile's 4G network. You get group text and cloud text. These are some of those features that are Sidekick specific. Social address book with Facebook and Twitter contacts, 3 megapixel camera, and of course the 1 gigahertz processor. So here's the device, and one thing you'll immediately notice as a difference, the hinge. The hinge is a different design here. Instead of flipping around like the original Sidekick, pops up and then pops closed. So you can see a little bit different there. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Danger owned the patent to that hinge technology, so they did this so Samsung can utilize it and that they wouldn't get sued. So that, needless to say, that's a good thing. Let's open up the box and see, although they all come with the same thing, but that's okay. That's not being optimistic. You can see Sidekick, colors and everything over here. Micro USB charging port. You get a 2 gigabyte micro SD card with it, so you get this micro SD card adapter so you can put it into your actual SD card slot and put it on your computer. And then you get this Samsung micro USB charger. Now it's interesting because for a long time now they've been shipping the two pieces separately, the AC adapter module, and they've been shipping the USB charging cord. It's doubled up as the charger. So when you plug it in, when the powers combine, it's a cell phone charger. But apparently this time around, or at least on the Sidekick, they did a separate charger and a separate micro USB cable as well. So, you know, it's kind of interesting. I wonder if that'll be on some of the future Samsung devices. But here's what it looks like. It has 4 buttons, the typical 4, well, not typical, the typical 3 of the 4 Android buttons. You have home, menu, back, and then you have, I think it's called jump key, if I remember. And special thanks to our friends at Samsung for hooking us up with a PR loaner so we can play around with it. But, you know, I got a brief hands-on with it at CTIA and got to play with it a little bit, but I really haven't had that much hands-on time with it myself. And, you know, this is what all the cool kids use, and I'm not a cool kid, so I don't really understand how this stuff works. Old man McTweety is in the dark a little bit. 3 megapixel camera. There's not a flash on this device, so the camera is obviously pretty low end. I mean, at 3 megapixels. But still not bad at all. So you can see this nice, you know, black battery cover, texturized at the top and the bottom. On the right side you have a micro USB charging port. You have a camera button, a physical camera button, 3.5 millimeter headphone jack on the left, volume rocker, and then this power button, which looks nothing like a power button to me. And it took me a minute to figure out where it was. And then you see that's what the lock screen looks like, and I can bring it down or I can slide it up as well. So you can see, I mean, it looks like Android. You can tell it's Android, but it has these customizations both to the icons, to the menu structure, and some of the features to clearly show that it's a Sidekick, a social networking-centric, kind of texting-centric device. So open it up real quick and see the QWERTY keyboard. There's a 5-row QWERTY keyboard, and it's awesome. Let's go ahead and jump into messaging and just play around with it. I'm just going to call it like I see it here. Hello there. How are you? That's not fun. Let's do the quick brown. Actually, somebody in YouTube said they hated the quick brown fox. So I hate the quick brown fox. I can't even say that. I love the quick brown fox. He's my bud. But you can see keyboard pretty easy to type on. Dedicated number row. Dedicated row with space bars and symbols. And then you have this optical trackpad over here where you can either touch the screen or you can slide up or down on the optical trackpad and then push in when you're ready to. So you've got that. Keyboard's great. Keys are tactile. It feels good. And that's what it looks like kind of from the side, so you can get an idea of how big it is. But you can see, you know, the screen, 3.5 inches, not the biggest screen in the world, but to me it's pretty functional. And let's hit the jump key and play around with it. And you can see the most recent applications that I've opened. It's like all this angled text hurts my eyes. You can see, okay, so messaging, Gmail, Google search, etc. So let's pop open Gmail. And you have a front-facing camera as well, so you can video chat. I thought I hit it. Let's go into Gmail. So you can see, you get into some of these applications like Gmail, and looks identical, or you know, pretty similar at least to the typical, you know, typical Android. So you can see, you know, menu structure here, typical Android. But then when you get into these programs that are designed specifically, or even messaging, which has kind of an overlay for the Sidekick, you can see that there are some dramatic differences there. So let's go, you know, like for example, the structure there for group text. So you create new group. Slide over. 7 home screens as well, and like I said, it has a 1 gigahertz. It has the same Hummingbird processor that came in the Galaxy S devices, so it's pretty powerful and up to date for 2011. And actually, it's funny because the hinge has definitely grown on me over the time that I've used it today. So I kind of cheated and pulled it out of the box. Don't hate me. I'm sorry. I cheated and pulled it out of the box because I wanted to play with it. But you can see, you know, pretty well constructed. Feels good in the hand. And that's what it looks like. Let's take a look at the widgets real quick and see. Widgets. Let's load those puppies up, because I think there are some new ones. Well, I mean, you have the typical Samsung ones, Buddies Now, Days, the Drive Smart stuff, Dual Clock. But you have group texting, highlight, media room. Then you get sticky message, and where you can stick certain text messages to the screen. So you see phone apps and contacts down here. I can click on apps. And then here's what the menu looks like. So it has this typical kind of TouchWiz structure where instead of scrolling up and down, you scroll left to right, but it is a little bit different from actual TouchWiz. So a little bit different there. So let's see, accounts and sync. You have T-Mobile's app pack, so a few pre-installed T-Mobile applications. Cloud texting. Let's see, highlight, group texting, memo. Let's see what else. Mini diary. You can see some of these icons are changed. T-Mobile's My Account, T-Mobile's My Device pre-installed, T-Mobile Mall, T-Mobile TV, get a theme changer, and then you get Twitter out of the box, and video chat, visual voicemail. So you have quick pre-installed and visual voicemail. So quite a few T-Mobile pre-installed applications. I like T-Mobile TV, it's pretty cool. Let's change the theme. Let's make this, I want to rock out. Let's see. Which one should I go with? Let's see. It's a tough call. So you can see you get a couple themes you can choose between. I think I'm gonna rock the bird on wire. It just sounds dangerous. And I have a Sidekick, so I'm dangerous. So you can see new theme applied, different colors. You'll see the color, just overall color scheme, slightly structured differently. Very similar to HTC Sense when you change the themes on HTC Sense 2.0. So all around, I like this device. I think it's, you know, first impressions. The keyboard feels great. I like the build quality is very good. The hinge is sturdy. And one concern that I always had with the original Sidekick, I was like, at some point I'm going to flip this and it's going to fly off. I don't know why, but I used to think if I flipped it down hard enough, it was going to break. But this hinge seems to be very sturdy. It requires a little bit more force than I thought it would to open it. I mean, you have to push down on it pretty. There you go. Pretty, I wouldn't say hard, but you have to push down on it to get it open. And then you can see other little menu stuff, menu things like updating status to Facebook, Twitter, or MySpace. Once you click on that, we could log in, and I could update it. And let's go into Twitter Sync. Do next. I'm going to put in my phone dog stuff. Let's see here. Phone dog. Alt. No, that's wrong. And then let me put in my password, and then we'll log in. Oh, that's not the right password. Uh-oh. Hang on. Let's see here. 25. Blah blah blah. ABC. Okay. Bam, bam. Logged in to Twitter. So let's compose. And then here is what I'm going to say. Select it, we at least, oh, okay, let's do Twitter. Okay. Social status update. This is what I have to say. Smiley face.